this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
In business, there's no room for guesswork. Every shipment matters. Every deadline counts. When you're trying to keep operations running smoothly, the last thing you need is uncertainty. That's why reliability is at the core of USPS Ground Advantage. Each package moves through a secure, nationwide network tracked from dock to door with affordable, upfront pricing and delivery you can depend on. Because knowing your logistics are handled lets you focus on everything else. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to start shipping with confidence. USPS Ground Advantage.
Hey, and welcome to the podcast. I'm Josh Clark, and there's Charles W. Chuck Bryant, and this is Short Stuff, the shortest stuff of all, about jackalopes.
Do you hear that siren?
No.
Do you hear it now?
No.
Do you hear it now?
No. Now I do, yep.
All right.
Do you remember, Chuck, there was a period of time where the fire department would flare down the street every time we recorded.
In our original office.
At the same time, too. It was weird. Like, there was either somebody who kept, like, faking a sprained ankle at the same time on the same day every week, or they were testing something out that we're not familiar with. But it happened a lot.
Yeah, that was when we just started podcasting, and they were like, "Oh, go in that closet." And then it got to be a little bigger, and they were like, "Well, I guess you guys should at least be in that dumb office."
Mm-hmm.
And then after a little while longer, eventually they were like, "Okay, I guess we'll put up a studio."
Yeah, they said it just like that too. They're so upset.
And now look at us.
Yeah, now we're like podcasting from home,
speeding towards 20 years in our basement.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so jackalopes. If you listen to our taxidermy episode,
it was rogue taxidermy.
No, it was regular taxidermy.
Oh, well, we've done one on rogue taxidermy too, haven't we?
We covered that in taxidermy. I don't know if we did a standalone. We may have.
All right, okay. But you go ahead. I'm sorry.
But either way, it was in both then. This might be take 3. But if you've never seen a jackalope, just pull your car over. If you're at home, just type in jackalope. They're fairly familiar here in the United States as sort of kitschy art that you can hang on your wall. Jackalopes are not real. It is a taxidermy combination of a rabbit or a hare with antlers. And I grew up seeing them here and there at roadside diners, or if you travel out west or something, like on maybe a hotel lobby wall. And the whole thing with jackalopes is always that you try to convince somebody that it's a real thing.
Yeah, it's very annoying. Like, that's a really annoying, unnecessary part of the whole thing. But it's a Wyoming tradition, from what I understand.
Yeah, it's the snipe hunt of wall art.
That's exactly right. And there's lots of legends and tall tales about the jackalopes that they have really nice singing voices. And that, in particular, if you're out on the range and you have a campfire going and you start singing cowboy songs, that from out in the bush,
in the
brush, they'll start singing in. They'll join in on the chorus and everything, which is kind of adorable. They're also supposedly cousins to Bigfoot. They're pretty great and probably the cutest mythical creatures there are. But they actually, as far as the New York Times, I think, reported in 1977, there's actually like a real-life origin story to them that we may or may not have discussed before, but we're definitely going to again here.
That's right. The origin story is, I think, very well vetted. This is the kind of thing where it seems like it could be, because there's just so many tall tales surrounding jackalopes. This seems like the kind of thing where the origin could be very highly suspect. Mm-hmm. But it seems like this is totally real. And the Herrick brothers, Herrick, in Wyoming, and we should mention Wyoming is very much into their jackalopes because of this, because they were where it all started.
Yeah, if you look at the Wyoming Lottery's logo, there's a jackalope on it.
Is there really?
Yeah, it's a big deal in Wyoming. As a matter of fact, there's at least 5 times the Wyoming legislature has tried and failed for some reason, I don't get it, to make the jackalope Wyoming's official state mythological creature.
Maybe they're trying to really govern and do something that matters.
I guess so. I suspect Liz Cheney is killing this every time.
Oh.
Don't know why, but I do.
So the Herrick brothers, you know what? Maybe we should take a break and leave a cliffhanger as to what they actually did. Yeah?
Okay. It's short stuff. Why not?
Well, now, when you're on the road, Driving in your truck, why not learn a thing or two from Josh and Chuck? It's stuff you should know. Stuff you should know. All right.
Hey, everybody. I want to talk to you a little bit about Tide Evo because it represents over 10 years of innovation and product development. Tide Evo is a first-of-its-kind technology where tens of thousands of minuscule fibers are spun together to form a 6 times powerful layer packed with scrubbers, brighteners, pre-treaters, and fresheners. And that's going to deliver a breakthrough clean that's so powerful it feels like magic.
Yeah, it is kind of like magic. Tide Evo is revolutionary. A 100% concentrated, waterless laundry tile that's made of compressed microfiber soap layers rather than liquid or powder. And it's not like pods or sheets because it uses 6 layers of detergent fibers to deliver superior cold water cleaning without plastic packaging of any kind. And it provides a mess-free, lightweight solution that dissolves lickety-split. So whenever you run into a laundry challenge, turn to Tide Evo. It's revolutionary. It's magic. Try new Tide Evo. Real laundry magic.
Everyone knows winter is the real mess maker. You don't need WeatherTech floor liners for summer unless you hit the beach and half the beach ends up back in your car or the campsite dirt ends up in your trunk. Then you'd want a cargo liner or a road trip goes sideways. Lemonade spills, ketchup goes rogue, ice cream drips. Yeah, you'd be pretty happy about those WeatherTech seat protectors. So just to be clear, as the mud you're inevitably going to step in this summer, you don't need WeatherTech unless you plan on doing summer. Visit WeatherTech.com today.
All right. Quite a cliffhanger.
I know.
About the Herrick brothers.
Right.
Douglas Herrick, he was born in Douglas, Wyoming in 1920. He was in the Air Force during World War II and then worked as a pipe fitter and was a big hunter because he is in Wyoming and there's a lot of people that are into that there. And his brother Ralph, they got into taxidermy at an early age and had their own taxidermy shop. And as legend goes, one day, one of these brothers, and the year is kind of debatable. It could be 32, 34, 39, or 40 is what I've heard. One of them came back from a hunt, had this jackrabbit, slid it across the table, and its little dead head slid and perfectly met a pair of antlers. And one of them said, "Hey, check that out." And the other one said, "That's awesome." And that was it.
That was it. They said, well, we're taxidermists. We might as well make this happen. And they did. It's a very sad origin story because of the dead rabbit. But
Sure.
Other than that, it's pretty cool. They made one. They actually just made one, I guess, from that rabbit and those antlers. And there was a guy named Roy Ball who had a hotel in Douglas, Wyoming, who got wind of the brothers' little invention. And he bought it off of him for $10 back in, again, 1930s, 1940 at the latest, which is substantial. And he put it up in his hotel, and it became basically a little legendary piece of, like you call it, wall art. And it stayed there for a good 3, maybe 4 decades. And then someone actually stole it off of the wall, and it was never found out who did it. It was never recovered. The original jackalope, maybe in somebody's garage or attic, or even maybe on their wall somewhere out there, and they may not even know that this is the original jackalope that the Herrick brothers created.
So this is where I have to confess, because every time I was researching this, when we got to this part, I kept thinking of this story in college. I stole something with my friends and I in college one time when we were out doing bad things at a night out in Athens. We took a stuffed porcupine from a bar that was hanging on the wall, and that porcupine lived in our apartment for about 6 months before we returned it.
Oh, you did return it, huh?
Yeah, when we moved out, we were like, what do we do with the porcupine?
What bar was it?
I want to say it was Gus Garcia's. Do you remember that place?
No, I remember. Was that the same thing as Gus's?
Maybe.
I think so. I've only heard of it referred to as Gus's.
Yeah, it's probably one of those things where you knew the cool kid name, and I was older and more square, so I called it by its given name.
So how did you guys return it? We have to know.
I believe it was like, the fine, upstanding thing that you do when you go and throw it at the front door and run.
Gotcha.
With a note through one of the quills that said, like, we took this 6 months ago. Sorry. Signed anonymous.
At least you gave it back to Gus Garcia.
Yeah, so somebody stole that original Jackalope and did not even have the forthrightness to throw it on the front porch of that hotel. So it remains gone.
Man, do you remember Uptown Lounge and their happy hour with fishbowl margaritas?
I don't remember going to the happy hour there.
Oh, man. It was insane.
Athens is a lot different now.
Yeah, I know.
When was the last time you were there?
Oh, I can't remember what we passed through there for. About 3-4 years ago.
Oh, okay. Not too bad. I still go occasionally, and yeah, it's a lot different. It's grown up a lot. Can't just steal really porcupines willy-nilly anymore.
No, there's no college shenanigans. Everybody's like an activist and interested in like important things, and we're like basically like Animal House or something.
Yeah. Pretty
just
much.
Buffoons. That was what we were like in college, Chuck Buffoon.
So yeah, this original Jackalope was stolen, and like you said, they never caught the thief. But this kind of kickstarted a thing for the Herrick family, and they started making and selling these things. I tried to find out if they held any kind of weird patent or not, or if they were knockoff Jackalopes, but they sold tens of thousands of these.
Which I really have to point out here, we're talking about tens of thousands of dead rabbits and dead deer.
Yes.
Some of which may never have been otherwise dead had it not been for the jackalope craze.
Yes.
I think it's worth remarking. I don't want to be a downer here because I know it's all sweet and cute and ha-ha.
No, I know.
And they like to put the hurting on tourists' brains with, talking about it's real or whatever. But a lot of rabbits and deer died because of this whole idea.
Like it's
just
real
FYI.
dead is what it is.
Exactly. Just for this rogue taxidermy.
No, I agree. I love those rabbits. I don't want to see them hanging on a wall with antlers sticking out of their heads.
No. Let the rabbits live.
But Douglas, I think Wall Drug in Wyoming, which has a giant jackalope there.
No, Wall Drug's in North Dakota.
Oh, it is? Okay.
South
well,
Dakota,
they became a distributor, and they have a giant jackalope. So eventually, when Douglas Herrick, the initial jackaloper, died in 2003, I think his son was interviewed by the New York Times and said that they were selling, it looks like, 15 to 2,000 of these a year.
Just a Wall Drug?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of rabbits.
It is a lot of rabbits. I feel like we've really kind of taken this thing on a nosedive, but I feel like we could also take it on an even bigger nosedive in a second, Chuck.
Let's do it.
With the Shope papilloma virus.
It's so sad to look at these pictures.
It is sad, but it's also fascinating. It's much more gratifying to look at biological. Botany's just plants. Biological or like nature illustrations of it. Yeah,
it's related to HPV. It's an affliction that can cause rabbits to develop these horns. They're tumors, basically, and they can come out of their face looking like little horns. So there are pictures of rabbits with all these horny spikes thrusting from their face and heads, and it's just
they look a lot like
heartbreaking.
Warthogs.
Yeah, sort of.
Like a rabbit warthog. And like what's interesting to me, there's actually one in the Smithsonian's collection, their animal collection, dead animal collection, I should say. And that doesn't seem to have informed the Herrick brothers' creation of the jackalope. Those are two different things, but there was a period of time, I think the first sightings are described in the 16th or 17th centuries, the 17th century, that people wondered if there was a species of rabbit out there that had horns or antlers. And it's just totally tangential to the invention of the jackalope. Nothing to do with it. Not even tangential. Not even connected in any way.
And that's jackalopes.
That is jackalopes. If you want to get to know jackalopes, you could do worse than traveling to Douglas, Wyoming, which is the official, as proclaimed by Wyoming Governor Ed Herschler in 1985, home of the jackalope. That's where they hail from. And again, you could go play some scratch-offs in Wyoming with their lottery and see a jackalope.
Yeah, and you can even buy a little fun fake jackalope hunting license.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of adorable.
Yeah, which is not real, obviously. I think they grant hunting from sunrise to sunset on one day a year.
Yeah, but it's a day that doesn't even exist, June 31st.
Yeah.
But it coincides with Douglas's Jackalope Days Festival, which I think is held in June as well.
Right.
So if you're all about the jackalopes, yeah.
Killing rabbits.
Yeah, they do. And we also have to give a shout out, which we probably did in the taxidermy episode too, to our friend Van Nostrand, who once had a band called the Jackalopes, remember?
That's right. And also shout out to one of the nicest hotels I've ever stayed in on our Australia tour on our down days, the Jackalope Hotel.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it was
Cute.
amazing.
I could see Australians loving the jackalope, but
Yeah.
it's probably actually real in Australia.
That's right.
I guess that's it. Chuck doesn't have anything more, I'm assuming. I don't either. So that means, of course, Short Stuff is out.
Stuff You Should Know is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.